Yo, JPU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the Queen of Truth, Natalie.
Hello, JPU family. Good night, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I hope everybody is doing fine. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, if you can hear me, just say yes in the chat. If you can hear me, say yes in the chat. Make sure that this audio is working fine. I dealt with the issue of the Wi-Fi. Remember we were having that Wi-Fi issue? It's resolved, so I'm hoping all is well now. Fine. Wonderful. Thank you. So, guys, the phone line is not going to be open until maybe after, depending on how long this conversation goes on for. I see people are calling already, but let me just, do what we do here. And then if time allows, then I'll open the phone line. So the people in the chat said that the audio is good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to be talking with a gentleman tonight. I guess I will let him answer the question of whether he's a current or former member of the PNP. He wanted to tell his story. He wanted to tell his experience with the PNP. And I don't see a problem. So I said, okay, you can join us, tonight. So before I get him on the line though, let me just show you guys what's gone on today with the politics. Because this is Jamaica politics uncovered. So today, not too much activities, not like we saw in the last few days. Today we saw the JLP mostly dealing with this wage issue. This wage issue with the teachers, the president or the incoming president of the Jamaica Teachers Association was a PNP candidate in 2020. Mark Malabry, who is a current principal out there in St. Thomas. So a lot of people are saying that he has a political agenda, that he's a political operative, that he has a political motive. How could you not think that? I don't like the fact that you have people like those as president and heading these organizations, because they can behave and look very confrontational rather than trying to, have a conversation where people can come to some terms. So that's what I've seen from the government today. Meanwhile, on the PNP side, there was, it just ended, there was a meeting down there where Ian Hales is. And my sources down there in Western Westmoreland called and said, look here, we just say Mark Golden pass, and I want a little bit of people. So let me just let you see and hear a little bit of what was said, and then we'll go ahead and get the guest on the line.
Party leader, the next time you come here, you will be Prime Minister. I declare it tonight in the name of our Father, Lord Jesus Christ and Savior.
Range Hill. And I must tell you, I feel very confident now that this parish is going to be orange. Come the 3rd of September, we will return to the column of the People's National Party. They must get a beat. But them can't get away. Them off get a beat. Comrades, you've had this experiment with Labour Party government here in this parish. And as I drove around today and I see the deplorable condition of the roads, I realize that this is not the right government for the people of Westmoreland.
Having said that, I'm really surprised that, some of the things that people say, I have to wonder where they find the gall. I mean, he even said in his speech that the parish is a PNP parish. So PNP has had the parish for many decades. So, I mean, come on now. What have they been doing? These are the things, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to move on and talk about our gentle guest here. So guys, make sure so you like up the thing when you come in. Like up the live, share the live so our friends can know that we're on. So that, they can come and listen in on this conversation. I'm going to ask people, please do not call any of the phones while I'm talking to this person. Just wait. If we have time after, then I'll open up the phone line. But just give me a chance. Everybody have the courage. We've given a lot of people courage to speak about these things now. Yes, hi, good night. Welcome. Welcome to the program. Yeah, man. So you're live now, and the people are here listening in. So, I mean, you said that you were a member of the PNP for how long? Just
for 50 years.
Well, 50 years.
50 years. From I was a child, a young child.
Okay, so just briefly tell the people what constituency you were in, when you started out.
Okay, I grew up on Golden Road. That's off Lindus Road.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to East Kingston.
Okay.
In Philip Orwell constituency. But I can remember Stone Spalding.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful human being.
Mm-hmm.
And, after that, I don't think, Omar Davis did a good job. We can't really complain what he did in that constituency because he had a learning program, you call it a community center in which he had youth service, a youth program going on.
Mm-hmm.
And he did pretty well there,
Mm-hmm. So who introduced you to the PNP?
Well, going up into the area,
Yeah.
And you fall in love with Michael Manley because I was brought up in an era in which Michael Manley was the prime minister, and the things that he was doing. Come on, there's no other party you could really attract you at that time.
Okay.
Because Michael Manley, tried to weed out illiteracy out of Jamaica. He inherited a population in which 90% of the population was illiterate, and he came in, opened up the doors, leveled the playing field in the schools that we could not attend. And he bring in even Jamal, to that the people who could leave work and further their education. All the social changes took place during the 70s.
Okay, so the PNP, I guess when you and I were talking earlier, you were saying that the PNP took a drastic turn. I asked you if you consider yourself to be a former member of the PNP.
I could not be a part of this PNP.
Okay.
I cannot. I love people more than money, and I cannot mislead people.
Why can't you be a part of this PNP?
Corruption left, right, and center. Mark Golin, Peter Bunting, Ian Hills, PJ Patterson, the CEO for the Risers, and I could call other names, but this PNP could not be the way forward.
When did you realize When did you realize that all of this happened? Because PJ was there for a long time. You probably were a member of the party then, or an
Well,
active member.
yes, I can tell you. In 2006, I whispered to myself, I myself a simple question: how can a person as bright as PJ Patterson allow 4 people to run for the same position, and an election is pending within a year? And the sad thing about it is that he allowed the campaign period to last for 10 months. At the back end of that 10 months, the PNP was badly divided. And that has to be deliberate.
Okay.
Anyway, what happened then next is that Portia Simpson lost that election. And I am saying to myself, if PJ Patterson did that well as Prime Minister, the PNP should have won the 2007 election going away. So it meant that he did not do as much or what he should have done, especially the water. Putting water in every constituency. Comrade was well on his way in doing that. And somehow they draw card and Comrade in St. Thomas. Comrade was to resign out of principle. And I am saying to myself that why did they abort that program? That's what I'm saying. Because anybody put water in the communities, you know, especially rural communities, they are the people choice for life. Because you cannot beat that that precious commodity such as water, you know. So I don't know. So PJ Patterson plan. Nobody knew PJ Patterson plan back then until it started surfacing in 2006. After that, what PJ Patterson did was to send 4 prominent Jamaicans to influence Peter Phillips to challenge Portia Simpson. Because he knew that if Peter Phillips took the bait, it would have killed his political career. He knew that because PJ Patterson is a far thinker. He can think 20 years ahead. And Peter Phillips did took the bait. Luckily for him and Portia Simpson, the 2010 Tivoli incursion, I think that is what really made Portia Simpson become Prime Minister.
The incursion?
Because what happened is that everybody swung PNP. So Peter Bunting and Mark Bolin could not have taken their money to sabotage her in that 2011, at the back end of 2011 election, general election. That is the only reason why she became Prime Minister, because they would have taken over the PNP as early as 2012, because they knew that if Portia Simpson lost 2 consecutive elections, she would automatically step down. And a presidential election would be pending. And Peter Phillips already pissed off the delegates. So Peter Bunting would have made a meal of him in that 2012 presidential runoff. But God is great.
So when you say you can't be a part of the organization because of corruption, what kind of corruption are you talking about?
Okay, for any leader to sabotage the previous leader in order to elevate himself to leadership. And there are a lot of evidence that I can explain to the listening public what really took place then, and how P.J. Patterson, Mark Golin, and Peter Bunting make a mockery of the Jamaican people. And I can explain.
Go ahead.
Between 2012 and 2015, Dr. Peter Phillips restored a badly damaged economy. And the reason why I love this Prime Minister here, he did not deny it at no time. And he praised both Dr. Peter Phillips and Dr. Porter Simpson for the wonderful job they did to restore the economy. And that's a fact. At the back end of 2015, the International Monetary Fund, who did not want to see Jamaica 4 years earlier, telling the world that Jamaica is the #1 place to do business with. Mark, when Peter Phillips went to the International Monetary Fund in 2012, they denied any transaction with Jamaica. What eventually saved us is a Jamaica congresswoman went to President Obama, Barack Obama, and told him the situation that Jamaica is in. And Barack Obama did not hesitate and went to the International Monetary Fund and World Bank and told them to pardon Jamaica. The reason for that is because in the 80s, when Michael Manley was lecturing at various universities in America, including Harvard University, Obama came and told us that when he heard Michael Manley lecture to them, he told himself that he must go into politics. And he said the other person who inspired him when he was young is Bob Marley.
Okay, so get back to the story about Andrew Onis, Dr. Phillips, and so on. Just so we don't stray away from it.
Oh, yes. Okay, but I just want to finish this part here because it's a part of the story. In 2015, President Obama came here. Everybody was getting visa, even the Ankat man. We need to ask ourselves the simplest of questions. How did the PNP lose the 2016 general election? That is the simplest of questions. People are puzzled, even up to today, but I can give them the answer. In 1991, Michael Manley fired P.J. Patterson over the Shell waiver scandal. Dr. Peter Phillips became a victim of circumstances based on the fact that he was the one who was to take the resignation letter to P.J. Patterson. He was accompanied by Dr. Paul Robertson. When they went up there, P.J. Patterson refused from coming out. And Dr. Peter Phillips innocently said to him, "I am not leaving until you sign it." In return, P.J. Patterson told him that as long as I live, you will never become Prime Minister. And that's exactly what happened. If Portia Simpson won the 2016 general election, should have stepped down at some point and gave the baton to Dr. Peter Phillips. PJ Patterson knew this. PJ Patterson knew this. PJ Patterson is all of them advisor, you know. Every one of them look up to PJ Patterson. And he knew the PNP every move. And that's why they sabotage the Portia Simpson-led government in 2016. Before coming up to the 2016, you know what Paul Burks start having? Runoff against sitting MPs. How can you destabilize the communities or the constituency an election is pending?
So you think that the reason why Portia lost was because?
Yeah, they want to see what will happen. You know, the risers could not openly sabotage Portia Simpson.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because of the base, her base,
and how popular
and among
she
other
was.
things. Exactly, and they knew that after Portia Simpson stepped down, it would be Peter Phillips.
So you're saying that the risers were secretly sabotaging Portia? Why she lost?
They say, yes, definitely. They were spending money left, right, and center because they have the money. They have all of the FinStack money. Listen, in 2005, 29 million US was transferred to Deering, Bunting, and Golin from the BOJ. We, today, I am not sure if PJ Patterson is funding this sabotage operation against the PNP or Mark Golin and Peter Bunting is funding it independently. That is not clear. But what I can say to you that when PJ Patterson put his devious or conniving plan to Peter Bunting and Mark Golin, I don't think he really wanted any of them to become prime minister. It's not about they coming prime minister for him. His intention is to mash up the PNP. And the truth is, that's what is happening.
You don't think, you don't think PJ wanted Golin or Bunting to be prime minister?
That is not on the top of his priority. That is not on his priority list. His priority list is to mash up the People National Party.
Why would he want? Let us look at. You know, it make no sense to me when you say, I'm not saying wrong, you know, but it have to make sense to me. Because you think say he want to mash up the PNP. The PNP that served PJ for much decades. Why would he want to mash it up now?
I like what you said. Wonderful question. The fact of the matter is that when Michael Manley fired PJ Patterson in 1991 over the Shell waiver scandal, his mother took it to heart and died before he became prime minister. And that is where it all started. It's revenge. It's called revenge. It is called revenge. He could have put it aside, but he did not. And that's where it all started. Why I say for the PNP to return to power is not on his priority list. Why would he choose Mark Golin that have so many baggages? It makes no sense. Mark Golin was sitting in parliament, you know, with a dual citizenship, you know. Mark Golin has too much baggage. PJ Patterson had was to beg him to take out his wife, you know. And that's the mistake, Marco, to invest in his wife. Because if he had invested in his wife, you know, the ball game would be different today, you know. Because she would be his spokesperson. So that is one of his biggest downfall. Running for president, running for
But who
prime
would
minister
have
of Jamaica today.
who would have thought? You said PJ choose Mark Golding knowing that him have baggage. Okay, let us say that PJ is aware of Mark Golding's past financial baggages with, DB&G, FinSac, all sort of something. Let's say that PJ knew that. I remember there was a time when the comrades them, and it was published in the newspaper, in the Observer, where the comrades them are cuss and I say the PNP is only it become a capitalist party which now only serves the well off. They were referring to Golding and Bunting because they saw how much billions of dollars they were making off the party and from being affiliated with the party. But having said that, who would have thought, including PJ, that you would have members of the base of the party would put up such a fierce fight against Mark Golding? I don't think PJ thought that would ever happen.
No. He underestimated us. You understand? Because you have read the WhatsApp leak.
Yeah, I did.
It came to you in the initial stage, right? And you read it.
Yes.
And if you notice that during that conversation, during the plot, Mark Golding was the only person who asked the simplest of questions: what about the independent mind? You remember that? You remember that? Yes, sir. That's supposed to be underlined, You understand what I'm saying?
He did.
Because the white man, listen, the white man, the only white man into the plot is the only person who asks, what about the independent mind? Nobody cared because they believe that all of us are dunce and illiterate. That's it,
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to you, Sanford Perkins, Junior Sakati, and the resistance, Michelle Stern, Princess, and company. They have changed the political dynamics in the country.
You think so?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When you can publicly leak out against your party, the party that you've been a part of for your entire lifetime, that is something that cannot go unnoticed.
Mm.
It's when you make politicians be accountable for their wrongdoing, you can't beat that. That is priceless in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Priceless.
So you think that PJ did think that everybody was just going to see Mark Golding, no matter how bad he was in terms of ability, baggage, whatever. That everybody would have just roll with it.
Queen, what happened, Queen, is this. Mark Golding was not PJ Patterson's first choice.
Who was in first
choice?
It
was Peter Bunting.
Oh.
It was Peter Bunting,
But them say PJ not like him. They say PJ not like him.
Let me tell you something. Peter Bunting was the one who bring in Mark Golding to PNP.
Yes.
Mark Golding tell us on several occasions, him name PJ Patterson, name Omar Davis, him name everybody except Peter Bunting, who is his business partner. At no point he tell us that Peter Bunting was the one who introduced him or bring him into the PNP.
No, he said Omar Davis came go to Portia.
He said Omar Davis, nothing like that. Nothing in lying. It must listen, your business partner we say every day. When you're labor right on my PNP. Who's supposed to bring you into the party?
So
The most business partner.
So why am not called Bounty name, I think?
Because their plan is to take over when they take over the PNP, one be prime minister and the next one becomes finance minister. Why you think they buy into PJ Patterson conniving plan?
So
to destroy the most powerful.
And when you realize that one of them did want to become finance minister, because all along everybody thinks a national security bounty want go.
No, that is also for no, not national security. When you become a national security minister, no, you're more likely to lose your popularity in the Boston.
You have to work.
Which I mean by that, it's a very complicated, it's a very controversial ministry, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can lose it. You can be popular today, and something happen, and you become unpopular tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody. But he's going to be the finance minister. So back to what?
Mm-hmm.
Back to what I'm planning. I was planning to say before you.
Sorry.
The reason why Peter Bunting and Mark Bolin buy into PJ Patterson's scheme is simply because they knew that at the end of the tunnel, they can spend $1 trillion to make 40 trillion.
Mm-mm.
At the end of the tunnel now, because they believe that they can become prime minister now. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the next one become finance minister. But then again, you ask yourself a simple question again, because I only ask myself or ask people simple question, you know. Who would want to give two bankers the country to run?
You're really calling them bankers, you know? If me not see them as the bankers, you know. Tell you the truth. Me see them as just two unscrupulous politicians who use the politics for their own self-interest. I really don't consider them no bankers.
Exactly, because you just touched a very important point, because DBNG, you know, was owned by PJ Patterson.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, what PJ Patterson did, you know, was to honor study Edward Seaga. In the 80s, Edward Seaga owned most of those financial institutions directly, you know. Indirectly. Let us look at Central National. When a reporter asked Edward Seaga, what about the 22 million US that you borrow from Central National? And him saying, forget to pay it back. Not to go like that. But society run with it. Jamaica ran with it. It was his money. He went back and took back his money out of these financial institutions because the government changed in 1989. And he started taking back his money. Dan Crawford told him that he's not in a position to give him back his money, you know. At that time, you know, because he have other investors, you know. Which is true.
So what make everybody did come down on Dan Crawford so hard?
Because he was an upfront person. Seaga don't own these institutions or own this property directly, you know. It's indirectly. Meaning that you buy it in your name and him hold on and receipt. Right? But you know, so the Jamaica Labour Party is a more powerful and more I've members of MP with more guts than the PNP.
Why do you say that?
Because you remember, if you remember that after a congressman came down in the 80s and called Edward Seaga Caribbean conman, because he started to say, when he came down, he said, but Seaga don't do nothing to Jamaica. What about the money, the billions of dollars the International Monetary Fund and World Bank gave to him? What did he do with all of those money?
Who said that?
He was the Caribbean conman. And we're talking about this was here on CVM, you know, not CVM, CNN.
Who said that? Who said that? An American politician?
American congressman.
Oh, okay.
I heard it on BBC News. It was broadcast right around the world. And Seaga, as cool as it is, you want to say? that congressman is a well-paid propagandist, and he finished talking.
Mm-hmm.
But immediately, what you see after that, immediately you saw the Gang of Five. Colonel Charles, Douglas Vaz, that Darrell Vaz's father, Errol Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
Carl Samuda, and Ed Bartlett. Immediately, the Gang of Five. But when people leave the Jamaica Labour Party, they don't do like what this current PNP risers leader would do and say that, go on, we don't need, What Siaga say is that sing a Sankey and find a way back home. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, the moment he became party leader, what Margolin told the entire world, is that he's not working with anybody who did not help him to get to where he's on.
Mm-hmm.
Or can you say something like that? Or can you say something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Today, a lot of people is telling me that Edward Siaga was white and whatever, what they want to say. But I'm trying to let them know that when Edward Siaga came into politics, 95% of the population was illiterate. It was the 20th century. We are living in the 21st century. Or can we have a white man as head of state in the 21st century when the world is so sensitive about race and culture and ethnic? It makes no sense. It meant that the entire black population, i.e. that.
So Paul Margolin was an American then. Would it make a difference if it was an American Caucasian instead of a British English Caucasian?
Chinese.
Yeah?
You ever say a Chinese who run China, who run India, who run Europe?
That's true still. Wow.
You remember that in 2016, when PJ Patterson should have aborted his scheme to sabotage the PNP, to mash up the PNP. He should have aborted it because the moment that PJ Patterson should have aborted that plan.
Okay.
Because the moment when Peter Phillips and Portia Stemson did that well between 2012
and 2015.
2016, he should have aborted that plan because the world was watching us. The world was excited. The International Monetary Fund was excited. Oh, they bring back the economy, put back the economy on the map. They were excited.
Maybe the plot was in motion long before Portia and Dr. Phillips were doing.
Yes,
it's
I like what you said. That is well said. That is well said. But what happened though? When you give back the economy to a government with the same finance minister who destroyed 4 years earlier, it makes no sense. But the prime minister now was wise enough to bring in Nigel Clark, and that is a game changer. That was a game changer.
What do you think about brilliant Nigel Clark?
Masterpiece. Listen, Nigel Clark is a disciplined financial minister, very disciplined. Because what happened is that Mark Bolin and Peter Bunting would believe that he would have failed. So this election now would be a walk in the park. They expect that the Jamaica Labour Party government would have done so bad that the people get very much indeed desperate. That's the word, desperate. And want the People National Party. But Andrew only surprised them. That much I can tell you.
You like the Prime Minister?
I'm honest. Let me tell you when I fall in love with the man. When he kept the meeting in Mandeville.
When, days ago?
At the back end of 2011.
Oh, 2011.
At the back end of 2011, man. And he told the country the absolute truth, and up to his party turn against him. His party turned against him, but he prevailed.
What did he say?
He prevailed. He said, come January, it's going to be bitter medicine. Because he knew the shape that the economy was in. Because what happened is that all the sharp boycott the economy, the International Monetary Fund for 9 quarters. So, so he knew what was coming. And he told us. And, the party split in two for that. You understand? Because luckily, when Andrew Holness won the election in 2016, he was very surprised. And at the time, it was a divided Jamaica Labour Party. But the PNP was also badly divided, but under the surface, not on the surface. So you have one party that was divided on the surface, and you have the next party that was badly divided under the surface. And that was the PNP.
So you said, go ahead.
The moment Portia Simpson lost the election in 2016, Bunting did not hesitate to ask for renewal. Portia Simpson had was to tell him that this is not the way all the PNP running. You can bully down a leader. And at the conference that year, she explained to us, she told us that the reason why she stayed on this long is simple because she wanted was to win the local government election.
Yeah, I remember her saying that.
So that Peter Phillips would have something to work with. You understand? And I can tell about the incident that happened in at the Half Moon Golf Club in Montego Bay. It was 2007. It was an election year, and she was raising fund for campaign that year. A dinner was kept in her honor at the Half Moon Golf Club, not the hotel, the golf club. 500,000 a plate dinner.
Fundraiser.
If you,
No, I'm saying fundraiser.
Yeah. If you and your husband go, it would be $1 million. Portia Simpson is a hard worker. She campaigned real hard. Real hard, and I tell you that. And she came a bit late. And when she came, everybody was already seated. Was already sit down, And all of that time she came and she introduced the audience, and after her introduction, she said to them that I have seen so many of you get rich through the system. It's time for you to back off and give somebody else a chance. Everybody get up and walk out at that dinner. Nobody pledged.
Was that
Only
appropriate?
Mr. Ramji.
Was that appropriate
Nobody
for her to
pledged.
say, though?
Well, the only person that I knew would say something like that is Michael Manley, because them people stand up for the poor. The argument continued. Listen, what I want to tell you is that the argument continued years after. And a lot of people is saying that Portia Simpson should not have said that because rich people don't want to get back poor. She did not say that they must get poor, boss man. She said they must back off and give somebody a chance. In my book, nothing is wrong with that. But what I can tell you, I have heard some poor people disrespect our man in the boss man. It is sad. And the truth is, I don't know what the PNP did to her and keep her silent. But PJ Patterson is someone that nobody can trust. Because I remember when I came from Switzerland the first time in 1999, and I went up to Melmac Avenue. That was where DK Duncan had his dental lab, Melmac Avenue there. And I was lucky enough today that he was there. And Melmac bring back memories because what happened is that one of the memory that we have, that's something that I can't forget, is that when they murder anyone by Papi there, Arbison, what his name is? Anyway, when they murder our MP up there, I shouldn't tell his name. We walked from Skateland, Arthur Tree, all the way to Papine. And we were conversing and reminding him about it and whatever. I know what DK Duncan told me. DK Duncan told me that PJ Patterson tried to poison him.
Lord Jesus. You sure?
And when he said that to me, I said to myself that that's why he disappeared for 14 and a half years. And as the moment that PJ Patterson stepped down, he came back into politics. He's not lying. He's not lying.
All right. So in closing now, you say that you cannot support this Golden. You explain about their connection, the previous connection with, the financial dealings, and sound like you don't trust them.
You can't trust two backers. You could have put the economy. Listen,
where you call them?
What real happening is that.
Where you call them?
Why you think? Huh?
Where you call them? You say you can't trust
two bankers, two scammers, them boss.
Oh.
If you notice, if you listen, why PJ Patterson go ahead with his plan, regardless of what happened between 2012 and 2016, It's simple because that PJ Patterson is convinced that the Jamaican public are a stupid set of people, And I can explain to you. Peter Bunting ran against Dr. Peter Phillips for the leadership of the PNP and lost. The very next person in line is Mark Bolin. And nobody sit up that boss man. You see, he's a country of blind people, boss man. In the land of the blind, And one man's a king,
But he look like he look like say Bunting did think him was next in line after Portia.
No, listen. These people expected was to take over the People National Party in 2012.
Oh, 2012.
As early as 2012.
So him think say he was next after PJ then.
After Portia, because it's set up. Listen, everything's set up that way for me now.
You said 2012.
As I say earlier, that in 2008, PJ Patterson sent 4 prominent persons to challenge, to influence Dr. Peter Phillips to challenge Portia Simpson. PJ Patterson knew that if Peter Phillips took the bait, it would automatically kill his political career. Bury it for good. Simple.
Then something they never
So
used to
what they
challenge.
would have done, yeah, listen to the skill, you know. Let us put the Tivoli incursion. Let's say it did not happen. What would have happened is that they would have sabotaged Portia Simpson.
Mm.
You remember, you know, you have some serious blogger that was on social media, you know.
Mm-hmm, I know.
That was, yeah, them destroy Portia Simpson and Peter Phillips and Lady Lisa Anna in quick succession. But all them angry Portia Simpson and social media is not anything normal enough. And 100%, I am 100% sure that all of those bloggers came from the PNP YO. Oh, you know,
Mm-mm.
in 20 at the back end of 2021. So at the back end of 2020, 2020, that runoff between Lady Lisa Anna and Mark Bowley.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the PNPYO went against the popularists. The people who, you remember that they did a poll, you know?
Remember.
And,
mm-hmm.
and Lisa Anna was way ahead of Mark Bowley.
What do you think caused that?
Why would, just make a minute, why would the young arms of a political party go against the people? It makes no sense. 90% of those YO was planted into the YO, you know, by PJ Patterson. You know. They were planted into the YO by PJ Patterson. Why do you think the PNP lost so many seats in 2020 election? Because they want them to lose as much seats that they can replace them. When he become party leader, he can replace them with risers.
Well, that me see them do for sure.
That's it, you know. Why you think Peter Bunting lost his seat?
Me not think Bunting did want to lose.
He said it that way. The moment he take on scandal. You hear what he said? He's not answering to the wash-up plan. He knew what he was doing.
You think him did want to lose his seat? How does that make sense?
Because they have to. It makes sense because he have to babysit Mark Bowley. All who lost their seat after they knew that they have to babysit Mark Bowley because Mark Bowley knew nothing about politics. And being an MP and being a babysitter every day.
So them plan for babysit for 5 years? In our opposition?
That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. And up to now, Mark Bowley not learning.
He's not learning.
He's not learning. He's not learning. What do you think? All right.
What KD night fit into all of this?
Look at now. Listen. Look at how Mark Bowley dresses as a person who wanted or want to become party leader. I'm prime minister.
No,
he was not. But he was not prepared for all of this. When listen, when he went around the country over 14 times and realized that he wasn't getting an attraction, he exposed PJ Patterson. He was the one who exposed PJ Patterson. You remember before I knew that PJ Patterson was behind the risers, I knew that, but without any evidence. So I keep my mouth shut. I did not point anything or say anything bad about PJ Patterson, because there was no evidence. But the moment Mark Bolin had was to go for him and took him to the NAC meeting at the back end of 2022, and he admit to the entire world that he was the one who prepared Mark Bolin for eventuality. And then now, the whole Jamaica start to ask themselves, how can it be possible when you was Prime Minister, you told us that it's Black Man time? Addition to that, I want to ask every single individual in Jamaica the simplest of questions. When PJ Patterson was Prime Minister and doing all of those, putting in all of those infrastructure, what did he name after Michael Manley? And the moment the Honorable Andrew Holness became Prime Minister of Jamaica, he named the North-South Highway after Edward Seaga, a school, and eventually, in the final analysis, they put Edward Seaga on the $1,000 bill alongside Michael Manley. You think all of these things coincident?
All right.
Ask another question again. How did Westmoreland, a haven for PNP, turn green in its entirety? You think that just happened like that? No, I'll start the second question. In order for them to control the PNP, they have to give up those seats.
Me feel say some of them lose deliberately. But me not think
some of them they leave. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, all right. And another question I ask myself long time before Lawrence Rowe emerged out of the rising. I ask myself, if Peter Bunting, Mark Bolin, PJ Patterson, Angela Bromberg, Paul Burke, Ian Hills, and company did not want the PNP to win that election, who did they vote for then? Who did they vote for?
Maybe they abstain.
Lawrence Rowe. Huh?
No, me that say so maybe some of them abstain from voting and some voted JLP.
They all voted JLP. All of them voted JLP.
Okay.
All of them voted JLP. And Mark Bolin do throughout his lifetime.
So where does KD Knight fit into all of this? I remember KD Knight had publicly advised Dr. Phillips to expel Bunting and the Risers them. When they remember the time when they write the letter and sign
I remember the gang of 15 of them. I know.
Yeah. So where does he fit into all of this? Because he's now supporting.
Well, it's a KD Knight. He is a puzzle. He is a puzzle. To me, it is harder to figure out than even PJ Patterson. Because today he says something controversial, and then tomorrow he is a Comrade again. You understand? And then you have to ask yourself the question, did PJ Patterson plan all of these things around the brightest man on earth, KD Knight? You have to ask those questions. Did he plan all of that? How many people was a part of his initial plan? I knew, listen up, I knew for a fact, that the PNP winning an election again, is not a priority for PJ Patterson. They will put that next to memory, It's all about mashing up the PNP, and he have done a wonderful job. If it was, say that he was doing a test, and you have to mark him from 1 to 100. The man, that excellent, man. That excellent job. You see, PNP run all over the place like Madon's fast one.
So, wait,
It's
say, me
something-
like get a passing mark. Lord Jesus, this heavy.
The distinction, you know. Listen to me, boss man. You must remember, you know. PJ Patterson was the one who took Edward Siaga up to the university, you know, and introduced him as a jolly good fella, you know. From that, the PNP is not in charge of the university anymore. And the Jamaica Labour Party run the university today. And the PNP, them, not seeing these things. How can they not see these things?
What does that mean?
PJ, I am saying to you that PJ Patterson, when he do things, he just don't jump and do things. It is well calculated. And today, the reason why he's so successful is because his plan is well calculated.
All right, well.
If the PNP win the next election, you know.
Which one? The one that come up here now?
The one that coming, you know. The PNP are not all, you know, lost, you know, tremendously. You know. The only thing that can save the PNP is the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. The Jamaica Labour Party have to win the next general election. You know,
so me have a program I that I do tonight, but because I'm talking to you, I put off that program. And the topic for that program was going to be, me not going to talk about everything because I'm still going to do it tomorrow, but it was going to be why the comrades them must support the JLP in the next general election. Because if they want to save the PNP, there's no other way, there's no other time that they can save the PNP.
You see, yeah, even saying, you know that.
For sure.
Hey, sis, Queen.
Yeah?
Listen to me keenly, you know. Suppose there was no you, there was no Current Cross, there was no Princess, there was no Jamaica Matlock, Michelle Stern, and company, because there's a lot of people I work to, you know, in the background of the basketball. Hard, you know. You understand me I say? I work hard. But suppose you people never take up the initiative, what would have happened? What would have happened?
Andrew
you must get to it murder.
Andrew will sit down that piece of pressure. I don't talk. I am the first casualty of them, of the Rise United people. Them. God have mercy.
Yeah, so let us go back to what you were saying. Yes, the PNP have to lose. They have to lose to win again. And that's the exact thing that happened to the Jamaica Labour Party when Siaga hold tight. The PNP had was to win in order to see the backup. Edward Siaga. And you see what happened to the Jamaica Labour Party? They won 4 to 5 after they win 4 of the last 5 general elections.
Wow.
You can't beat that.
That one worse than the JLP internal warfare will go on, to me.
Yes, it is. Yes, of course.
This worse because Bunting almost 60. Bunting in them early 60s. Mark Golding must 60. Just turn 60.
61.
So the truth of the matter is, if them no want to let go the PNP right now, them have to let it go, you know, because them are comfortable in the opposition to, you know. So the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the Jamaica Labour Party, them can stay there for 4 more terms if they want, you know. And them alone can mess up this.
But they have, as long as Mark Bolin and the Risers is a leader of them party, because they are not PNP, you know. A lot of people have a misconception that they are PNP. They are not PNP. They are Risers. And to set the record straight, at no given time, Mark Bolin vote for PNP. He always vote for Delroy Chuck. And the people who live in Kingston, I can understand that to say what it takes them for them to go up to Barbican and look for an indoor or outdoor agent from either side and ask them which voter's guide him come with or him just coming to him. You know, those are investigating journalism and nobody, you know, them, and Kingston them live, you know, and Barbican is in Kingston.
No, they are chucking MP.
The easy thing.
But him free to vote, him free to vote, him want to vote, but I just the deception part.
Exactly. He's free. Listen, I like what you see, you're brilliant. Anybody is free to vote for who they want to vote for. You understand what I'm saying? But what you must bear in mind also is that no PNP have that heart to mash up PNP.
Well, you cannot be the lead. You cannot be a senior member of the party pretending to carry the party's message and agenda, and then you go vote one other way. That not look good.
Deception.
Yeah, deception. But me I forgot wrap it up here now. So just say a final word to the people them here who are listening to you. What do you want them to know? Because we have an election coming in about 14 days.
All right. The truth is, the fact of the matter is that we all have to make sure that the Jamaica Labour Party win the next general election. The PNP, it might sound a little confusing, but it's not. It's when you can't see things, other people is seeing it. You understand? Because most of what they are doing is really on the surface. It's not on the surface. And it's very few people in any lifetime can look beneath the surface. And it's very important. We cannot expose a Mark Bolin, a Dayton Campbell, a Ian Hales, a Peter Bunting to this generation and the one that follows. That's the reason why the Jamaica Labour Party is in power today, because they did not expose Edward Siaga to this generation. So they knew nothing about him. So the same thing we have to do. We cannot expose this generation to a Mark Bolin. They come to screen.
All right, well, thank you.
These people at no, just a minute. These people at no given time were a part of a charitable group. For them to be automatically become politicians. When you become politician, you know, you have to have a sense of giving, you know. You have to charitable in a boss, man. You have to love people. You have to build people. You have to build people. You have to invest in human resources. That's what I want to say. You have to invest in human resources. These people have no idea to invest in human resources. Their only plan is to take. PJ Patton to start them.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your courage and for your participation and for explaining and everything.
You're welcome.
Yes, have a good night.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
Good night, listeners.
So, guys, this gentleman, I call him a farmer comrade because he said that he cannot be a part of the Rise United movement. So, I guess if he becomes a comrade later on, that's yet to be seen. But I call him a farmer comrade because he's no part of the current situation. I hope you guys, you know, even though some of you may not agree with, you know, some of what he said, because I've been watching the chat, I hope that you guys find something in it that is of value. In his closing statement, he said that everybody should support this government. You guys know how I feel. So, we'll see. But I want to show you guys something real quick. This picture, as the gentleman is leaving the program now, this picture that you see here is Lawrence Rowe and the Risers them. And this was at Bobby Pickersgill's house when they were plotting the next move in November of 2019. Remember, the internal PNP election was September of 2019. So in November, they gathered at Bobby Pickersgill house. When you see Bobby Pickersgill come in where they them a wall him up, a coming at the PNP meeting up or something there. And they were chanting, "We shall rise again." So the sabotaging, when I hear KD Knight say him heard a senior member of the PNP saying that Peter Phillips must never become prime minister and them something there. Senior member, when you hear senior member, who you think? Me no know. But Bobby Pickersgill House, that is where a lot of the Rise United meetings happen, and the sabotage plot was in motion. Now over here, so we not really hold nothing against Lawrence Rowe, because sometime in life, you buck your toe because you never see the danger. So Lawrence Rowe, in my view, him buck him toe. Them a time, yeah, him probably under a trance from being a part of the cult. Him is not a part of the cult anymore. So we are pray for him still. Anyway, I want to show you something else. Remember at the beginning of the program, I was talking about how the JLP them go through this whole wage negotiation with the JTA and the president of the JTA. Now, you guys, want to tell me, this man here who is the president of the JTA, former PNP candidate, Malabra, or you want to pronounce his name, he is going to say that when the government say them a plan to build a couple of STEM schools across Jamaica, him say him is against it. How can you in this time, when the world is running ahead and when STEM education is one of the most prestigious education in the world, you are going to say, as a teacher, and as a principal, you are going to say that you are against STEM? You see me tell you now? Say, when you have these political operatives sitting on these boards and on these organization head, them is nothing but political operatives, because you cannot, as a teacher, as a principal, tell me, say, you have a problem with the government putting STEM schools across the country and enough for your pocket money I come out of. From me see him as the president of the JTA, me say to somebody, say him is nothing, as a matter of fact, I say it publicly too, on social media. Say him is nothing but a political operative. So this year now when come say, him not support the 6 STEM schools where the government want to build. Remember then come out and say, JLP no build no school over the last how much years. Okay, so them a plan now to build 6 STEM school across the country. And you are going to say, as a sitting teacher principal, you are going to say that is a vanity project, stroking the egos of politicians. That means the way you want them to take the money where them are going to use build the school and give you. I say them people are sick. My stomach is man. Seriously. So I don't want nobody coming on an argument with me about, he can carry out his duty despite the fact that he was a PNP candidate. The man is a PNP upon the presidency of the JTA. And he's going to sit there and give the government. I don't even know why the government even sit down and chat to this man. No deal with this man. Give the people them the raise or how much you want to give them and done with them and then go vote or they want to vote. Stop from waste time with them people here. This is no negotiation. He's there to give you a hard time. And I am asking all the teachers, them and everybody, don't be a part of them people because they don't want to see nothing good for the country. This is not about giving you a raise. How could you want a raise, but at the same time, as a teacher and a principal, you are going to say that you are against building STEM schools across the country? You are playing politics. You're playing politics. Me no waste time, you know. Me no waste time argue with people and them something there. So you say for me, you know, like all the education minister and the finance minister and the prime minister, me no, you're not talking with them people here, you know. You just tell them what you tell them, put what you put on the table, and go on about your business. Nobody not no time for them. I am so disappointed. And guess they gotta work out everything for a reason. Because maybe that's why I never win no seat 2020. No, sir. This can't be real. Same like how them say the school bus them coming out the country. And they know so the school bus them is a very good thing. It alleviates transportation distress. There's affordability, reliability. And the PNP is going to go up against the school bus them. And now them are go up against the STEMs. And you know what? When we are talking about the STEM school and the education, we must start blaming the PNP right now and say that PNP is against building school because this man is a PNP operative and this man is operating in the capacity of politics. So I want to forget there and go tell the country say the PNP no want a school building at the country. They no want a STEM school building at the country. Put him picture out there in an orange clothes and show the people that the PNP no want a school building in our country. Because that's what it's about. It's not about no wage negotiation. He's there to play politics. He's there. How convenient at this time. He's there to get the teachers to turn against the government and them sitting there. So me just see now if the teacher them in Jamaica are idiot. If me sit down upon one organization, sit down in one organization, and me see the president of the organization, I go say that him is against STEM school. Me I come off it immediately because me I say, you can't lead me. You can't preside over me because you're an idiot. Them people are, boy, I don't know. I don't know what they want from Jamaica. They don't want when last we built 6 schools in Jamaica? One time. Some of the classroom, them, I'm going to just talk straight. Today, if you look at some of the classroom them in Jamaica, and you put it up against one classroom in America then. And I really say, boy, we really need a little lift to upgrade our classrooms. Make sure every classroom has projectors and nice desk and chair, and make sure the classroom them, they're secure. A child, I think maybe now every child maybe have access to some laptop device or tablets in the classroom. So if you hear say school or a bill now, you should have said, yeah man, this is disappointing. I'm sorry. Very disappointing. And I wish that the JTA would wheel and come again and start putting people there to negotiate and speak for them who are not on any political side. People free to support who they want, Any political party they want to support or any politics or political ideology they want to support. They're free to do that. But when you're gonna come so blatant to come play politics, you're not supposed to do this, so. You don't supposed to do that. Now guys, I don't know if you hear one man when your mother love on a TikTok platform. They lock up mother love today. They lock up mother love because mother love was at Zulika Jess's, I think her nomination. And mother love talks on sitting. Let me see if I can find the video. Me gonna make you hear it. And this evening me a laugh and I say, boy, mother love no one them a police at Jamaica nowadays for come look for him, so him apologize. No, he don't apologize. Him clarify. He said he was clarifying his statement. And him say him never mean say him a incite no violence. So me say, alright, he must think say the police them a come for him. I wanna see the police them a go on to Jamaica. So me say alright, he come clarify. Little after that, me say they lock up mother love. Oh God. No, sir. Let me see if I can find the video, guys. I couldn't hear when you say the initial statement. How is it there? Unbelievable. Me don't know if the PNP tell him say he must go out there go say something here to you.
This. I say we're gonna win, we are gonna turn the world in a 18. Be a big magical rifle. Remember. I tell you now. And you, hey, stop your chatting. Don't give me no chats in there. One just. Come here. One just. Mother love. Mother love. Yeah, yes, sir. All right. You're lock your mouth. They're gonna be MP. This just, none of them are chatting them. And two likes and sweets. Them can't get rid. No talk. One just. They are real PNP. They murder people from a party. No talk. Yo, take it out.
At the last part the way him say, you know, you can't say them things there. And especially when you see the things them want to go on. But here one now. You know, so me hear somebody say after the election, the crime will go up, right? And the person said that them feel that way because them say the PNP them is gonna be very disappointed, very sad, very disgruntled. And therefore, them will look for the crime go up in the country. But guys, when you look on what happened all across the country, you see the blocking of the road and blocking of people, you know, stopping people from having their freedom of movement. The PNP, them do them something there. And I say to myself, say maybe that money right, you know, because if the election no call yet, if the election no finish yet, and they're behaving so unhinged. Look here, I put up a video yesterday and said that over in a Portmore, the soldier them hide in a bush and jump out on the PNP them when they made a try to block the road. They made a try block the road from some labor rights where I come down. And me hear some people are saying nothing no go so. Whenever you come out here, I can tell a lie yet. Couple of people me see in the chat say nothing no go so because they don't see it in the mainstream media. Me now ask you no. I got the call when it actually happened. Go and ask the MP he was there. And the MP call the police and the soldier them. Terry Long. So anybody not believe, go and ask him. It's somebody who was there. Call me and say, you know what just happened. The soldier them surprised them. Anybody with it over there, talking at the chat if you were over there. Them say the labor rights them a come down the street. And the same thing where you don't see them do down at Trelawney. And where you see them do down at Western Westmoreland. And the same thing them do. And the soldier them run out upon them. And I think the police them should start arresting them because you You cannot block up people and stop people from movement. And let me tell you something. If me analyze the fire am whole line, and me see somebody a come toward me and me feel threatened, me I shoot them. You know? God know me I do it. You're not supposed to come threaten me. You're not supposed to come run toward me. Me don't know you from nowhere. Suppose you have something for you. And that you're going to hear because everybody then run out pan and try them something that them is going to take. The people can feel threatened by stuff like that. I remember walking up an arena in a 2019 when the internal election that going with PNP and one riser boy, see me a walk, one big crowd of riser. I mean, it was like the only non-riser walking through the crowd. And I step right through there and one boy walk up to me. And when he walked up to me and he stepped in front of me, him say, hey, you have to behave yourself. And I say, look here, don't do them something there again. Don't do them something there again. Because I always have one look knife for me, you know. I say, I don't know you. You didn't say anything before you approached me. Don't you ever do that again. Because you could have meet your demise out here, so. And nobody could have blamed me because I don't know you. And him say, no, say, I true you talk. I say, don't do them something there. I don't like out a road and stranger talk to me and them because I don't know them. And some people are crazy. So, I don't know if the police them are the soldier them are the government. If them are think about these things and if them have anything planned. But I agree with the person who say after the election you might see the crime go up. You might see the crime go up because of the rhetoric coming from the PNP. Because of how you see them blocking the roads. And look here, let me just be honest. When you see this orchestrated effort of blocking people, not just blocking the roads, but confronting, and if you see a group of labor rights walk past you can't make them walk past. You want to confront them and intimidate them and block them and stop them. When you see this happening, not just in one constituency or one parish, this looks to me like somebody like Dayton Campbell would have tell the comrades them, say, look here, any which part we see them, want to block the road and this and that. Alfred Dawes and them careless people there. They will tell the comrades them to do that. And I think this instruction is coming from the PNP hierarchy. How comes them don't come out? Them see what go on and them see everything. Even when them are block off the Prime Minister, how comes the PNP hierarchy not come out and say to their people, this is not the type of politics that we are running. And them tell them to do it. I don't find this funny. I don't think it should be normalized. If it used to happen in the past, in the 70s and the 80s, I don't think in 2025, we should have citizens blocking off people, intimidating people in the street. That can never be normal in my book. It can't be normal in my book. And I've heard people say, why election? I say, no, I say go. Because you can't have things escalate. Suppose the labor rights them to start behave like the PNP them. You're going to have confrontation out there. You're going to have clashing out there. You're going to have people fighting out there in the street. And next thing you know, are dead. That is the political climate right now. So I can't agree with those who say these things happen in elections. No, they should not. We are a civilized people. Even if it used to happen in the 80s, we are supposed to be a civilized people today. I'm going to open up the phone line just a little bit, guys. That's the WhatsApp number if you want to call in. Hello, good night.
Hi, Miss Nas, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Man, that gentleman that spoke earlier, I'm wondering if he was close to my mind today. Because I was thinking, when we reward evil, what is the outcome of it?
Well, more evil. more evil.
And my reason for saying that, Miss Nat, is that I have to reflect on the past, because it is said that if we forget the past, we are bound to
repeat it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the past. I'm looking at the 1990s into the 2007. When I sent you a clip of a video on this account earlier, where Mr. Mark Golden was heard admitting that he's a corporate lawyer and that he was a part of the financial engineering of the 1990s. And
Yes.
we have seen the result of what that has done to Jamaica and to Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are in 2025, the same team of people who would have destroyed the Jamaican economy. I mean, wiped out the young entrepreneur, the entrepreneurial sector of Jamaica, thus destroy the economy. Here they are coming again saying, reward us for what we did in the 1990s. Reward us for setting back Jamaica. Reward us for depriving Jamaica and Jamaicans of the opportunity that was available to them in the 1990s. Miss Natalie, can you? I think you'll be old enough to remember that back in the 1990s, from coming out of the 80s, that there was so much Jamaican entrepreneurs, and especially in the banking sector, where capital was available.
It was normal. It was normal to see black successful Jamaicans. If you go back to Jamaica today, you don't see those things anymore. You understand? So, yes, of course, I was born in the 80s and I remember those days growing up when, even though certain things may not have been prominent, where blacks are concerned, but it was a normal thing for us to see black successful, highly successful business people in Jamaica.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all of that was wiped out by the works and the plans and the scheme of Mr. Golding, Mr. Bunting, the previous Prime Minister, Mr. P.J. Patterson, and the then Minister of Finance, Mr. Omar Davis. And here we are again. What is this? Deja vu?
It is.
Have we come full circle where Jamaica is not allowed to develop and prosper and take its place among the other nations of the world? What is happening? And this this is the next thing I can't understand. We have a gentleman who has this entitlement mentality. Earlier, I see you upload a video when he was mad when Dr. Peter Phillips was given the leadership of the PNP.
Oh, Tavada.
He was the only one who did not support it. But let me say something before I go, Miss Nat, is that if we don't learn from the past, because here we are. And another thing, ma'am, I am not a psychologist, but I mean, just basic. Study human behavior. And if Jamaica is not a country that is suffering from the Stockholm syndrome, show me another nation that is suffering from it. Because when we so much love our abusers, what are we? Find me another name or another syndrome that we are suffering from. Continue the good work that you're doing here, ma'am.
Thank you.
And as I said to Karen last night, she is a woman of integrity. They may not like her style, and you also, and Michelle, and I need to also highlight another vlogger. Protect Jamaica. Look here, man. Anyway, other people might want to say something.
Thanks
for allowing me on your platform.
No problem. Thank you for calling. Guys, let me just real quickly say this. Since the caller, the subscriber who just came off the phone, spoke about financial engineering. Mark Golding used those words saying that he was the person who did that in the private sector. So him say financial engineering. When Omar Davis awarded Mark Golding or rewarded Mark Golding with by bringing Mark Golding to Portia, him says Omar bring him in the politics. Now bring him coming out the politics for start, you know, providing public service then. Him bring him come, put him in a Senate. And that wasn't reward enough. Him bring him and say, you will get my seat, the safest PNP seat in a Jamaica. Why would Omar Davis do such a thing? It was to reward Mark Golding for something that he did. What was that something? The engineering of the financial collapse meltdown. One woman was said to me today, say, how many people were saved in Finsac. I say, show me one now. I know me not see she come back. So that is the narrative that they've put forward, is this was to save people. When you have over 44,000 people who lost, got sick, died, migrated, that doesn't make any sense. You guys can call now. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. Wagwan.
Yes, welcome. You're live.
Yeah, man. But just a call and I mentioned that me personally, born and grew at Jungle, Mark Golding at the MP, and I was a part of the PNP and all of that, but no, me really can't deny the fact that the JLP are work, and I do my own research and I see how much good the JLP do over the past years. I know the PNP really wreck the country and wreck the economy every time them go in. And even now when I talk to some a comrade, as what them call themselves, and I said to them, you can't deny with the JLP are. Them no want to talk about personal things, about Andrew Thief up this, Tough Thunder this, and Vaz this. And I say, even if them do that in their personal life, isn't the country growing rather than when time the PNP them in a power? And you see how them use FinSac, as the Ronald Tweets did say, that's the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich.
So look here, you say you come from Rona Jungle. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
26.
26. Okay, so you're pretty young. So when you see the people in Rona Jungle, all the development and things are going around the country. But when you look over Jungle, nothing no change. You don't see no development around here.
Not at all.
Not at all now go on. So how the people in my Jungle feel for say the rest of the country are move forward and develop, and them alone sit down in a tribal politics. Now hold nobody accountable to them. How you think them feel? Can I think eventually, I don't know why I have faith in them, but me feel say eventually, when them look out and see say diated politics done with, and people are voting now based on performance, and at them alone, I go sit down over Jungle in a building will collapse, squalor. You know things that them gonna look and say, no man. Eh? You laugh. What make you laugh?
Why? I laugh because I just have a hope, because even me just send a video to like videos when me I put out on my social media, encourage people to stop basically the tribal politics, because of just the facts. And even with the video them I put out, people still it's like the dogma. Them have dogma. You just can't reason with them, you can't show them, you bring them facts and everything, and them still I say, no, we can't vote for Labour right and dirty Labour right, this and blah, 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 blah,
Okay.
blah. It's like you just can't reach them.
Then the people
So
there are people who give up on themselves and give up on life. So it don't make no sense you bother with them.
yeah, that's so true. So I use my social media as an avenue for just release the video them. Whoever take it. If not, it's just that. But me not live in Jamaica anymore still, but me can't afford for my country and go back to live one day, go back into the hands of the PNP.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Take care. Yes, I was talking about that with somebody. I said, boy, when the people them will live in these die-hearted places where nothing go on and a representative I do nothing. Look more from this when they look out and see development are go on everywhere else but around them. Them going to start make a different decision, you know. Trust me, you know. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good night, Miss Knox.
How are you?
Not bad.
Good.
Well, I'm calling from Central Westmoreland, Solomar to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, today I was walking on Rose Street where the constituency of the PNP is located. That's the Winsville's constituency. So they were getting ready to board some buses, you know, to take them through the area because Mark Walling was touring the area. While I was walking on the sidewalk, I was told by a lady, maybe she about 70, where you walking so far? You walk around on the pass back here or so. So a lady bad me up as if she owned the streets.
What make? Do you have on green?
Yes, I had on a green cap and I had my green bands on my hand. If I knew they were there, I would have used an alternative route to avoid the confrontation. But, you know, and they curse me. Trust me, man. It was so bad.
So then just curse it because you walk near them?
Right. I should walk on that section of the street.
Leave them alone.
Can you imagine, is this Jamaica come to?
No walk near them, brother. Leave them.
Well, word. No, man. This is getting so. I mean, it will appear as if this is something that they sit down and plan. No labor right must not pass in their zone, in their space. It's really sad.
Yeah. Just be careful and thank you for the information.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Bye-bye.
Never know I could have lived to see this neither, but they say a blood and fire. And I think Jamaicans at large must reject blood and fire style of politics. We don't want it at Jamaica. We don't like it. And every time I hear that song, it disgusts me to the core. It's the worst political song I've heard. And worse because the people are behaving according to the song. They're probably interpreting it as a war song. Hello, good night.
Yeah, what Empress Nuts?
Me there. How are you?
Why? The day I know for them hack your phone and I just get back a new number, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we say this woman just look for me for when me I say, oh, me go get that woman here for the phone.
That means you not come over here then. You not come over here then because the new number up from when?
But no, man, me dey listen, man, but me don't procrastinate. I mess up my week too, you know, because me when things here forward Monday and take all day off and all them things there, you know. But it work out still because I have a few red stripes here, so I don't really see me.
I'm sorry.
So that's more reason about you. More reason with you know, we don't have enough time today for it. But the manifesto where them put said the maroon they go out they want to see the maroon diaspora Rastafari. Let me ask you a question. In the present situation in Jamaica right now, what prevents a Rastafarian, a member from the Maroon community, which is a citizen of Jamaica, and well, the diaspora shaky, because if you can't live in Jamaica, you can't be a politician in Jamaica.
As it should be. So what your question?
What more I know? What they prevent them from becoming involved in a politics to put themselves in a way to get nominated by either one, whichever side to go in the Senate. There's nothing preventing them from at this stage, because
that's a very good question.
We got ex-felon they run for MP, so we don't see much things to prevent a Jamaican to go in the Senate.
That's a very good question, and you are so right. All they have to do is either join one of the major political parties or form a party. And when it comes on to the Senate, the only way for them to do it is if they get appointed by one of the major political parties, right?
Yeah.
So if Chief Curry or anybody want to go join the PNP or anybody want to join the JLP and say what they want to join for or whatever, they're free to do so.
Yeah, I'll farm up them a party, a Maroon party, or a Rastafari party, and canvas with each side. Like our Bernie Mac up here is an independent, but in canvas with the Democrat. That's how I go.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
an arrangement, and here what going on now. You see that one Curry there, you might get greedy, you know. Cause me and my talk about Windward and Leeward Maroons, like you must say a 2-seat in one.
I don't like Curry. I do not like Curry because from Curry go join up with people like Mark Goldie. If I did anybody else in join with, either bad or not too bad. Funny go join up with the risers them. Curry have to X out of my book. So I don't like him. In no sense.
Because I say something to you, I know say about Bex with me, but me not care, you know. I could more drop you now. 1739 and 30 1740. The Windward and the Leeward Maroon them sign a treaty, right? With the British, right? In that time. I think of 39 and 40.
Me know what you say, but that is no representation of me, sir. So me can't, you're entitled to your opinion.
Oh, okay. So, all right now. Slavery was abolished in Jamaica in 1834. So what I try to tell me, Curry people them live right alongside slavery they go on, you know, in Jamaica, you know, with same treaty, you know. So me don't know why my forward now coming like a bone in my dig up, you know, because people are just two people that read history, you know.
The situation with the Senate appointments and so what Mark Golding is talking about, what Mark Golding is doing indirectly is trying to tell people that the PNP is the only party that you can come through to be in our parliament if you are considered a marginalized group, meaning Rasta. We have people in there with dreadlocks, so any Rasta we want join whosoever can come to. And you know, people from the diaspora, you know what? Nobody from the diaspora should come to Jamaica with the diaspora papers for considering our Senate. I don't think it's right.
Natalie, let me ask you a question. All the years as a former member of the People's National Party, how you feel to hear all them people, them thing I mentioned as policy, like recommendation from the leader of the party?
As I've said before, the whole of the people them over the PNP right now, them have a mental illness. Anybody that is following Mark Golding has a mental illness. You see how the supporters them behave? Look how Mother Love go talk. Look how the woman the woman go in at the place and do with her mouth pan something and them thing there. Mad people following mad people. That's all I can say. Them not seeing.
I can't believe him here. Hey, you see that speech of people need to go listen to speech or Andrew Oldest to Maran there.
When?
Down St. Thomas. The one the speech was down St. Thomas where my one teacher them.
Oh, when did he say that? I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, man, like him saying can't believe that PNP they make promises to promote fiscal irresponsibility.
Oh, yes. You know, so I need to put that video there. Me that will put it up tonight, you know. Me I will put it up.
Them not, you know, see me put it on the one of your posts, you know, or you not post it yet, you know.
No, I posted it on my Facebook, but and I did on here too, on the shorts, but I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Yeah.
Full.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So not nice to hear your voice and enough things we need to talk about, man. Now the number lock in, so we can put the 2 minutes here and the 2 minutes there. So take care of yourself here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, man. Love and happiness all day.
Yeah. Hello, good night.
Yeah, man. Beautiful speech.
Turn on your background flow, please.
Hello, good night.
Mm-hmm.
Night, nuts.
Good night,
How's everything, girl?
Good.
Seeing your cowboy up on the beach, girl. How's everything?
How are this? How old is?
TV man. TV man, I listen to man talk to you about the speech in Marant Bay where Andrew and stuff. That's me listen to speech about 3 times. It's a beautiful speech.
The one in Morant Bay?
The man teach, the man teach the teacher, the man teach the people, the man the public sector, them say, look here, we don't know where I come from. We must remember this.
I just want to look up part-time, Mr. Me. I forgot watch the whole thing.
Yeah, man, go back to the man, teach them, the man talk to them. The man say, let me tell you something. Wait trees, up a wait trees you used to get. And then when we look and consider all crocodile, what you call it?
Malabar,
I don't even correct in there, we don't like you want to own name. Come out, I try to shut door pandana, slam door, and walk out a meeting.
Not telling us a political operative, man.
Why these teachers don't just withdraw themselves and let this JTF regroup and come back and talk to them, because it is worse for them as teachers.
Them
you cannot send a political person to go worship for you.
Yes, I agree. I wouldn't talk to them with that man.
You're not going to get the result. It is political tribal. He's the one he didn't tell them he get 220% interest for raise up people in the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Raise from about 2 million to 9.11. He might get one of the prime minister right now. 11 million hard he might get for him here.
You're not gonna get nowhere with these people because of politics. Them come a deal. A waste of time.
Something take place from week. I should tell these right. These people are going and meeting with the journalists, them, with lists. And I tell people, say, no want the people in the panel.
Mm-hmm.
And the journalists, the journalist board of journalists are giving with who they want to put on panel, like all, them never know. Jamaican people don't, you know. They can't read, but they don't. I was listening to the man talking. They can read, but they don't. They don't even know who control IRFM and VIP.
So you feel sorry for Nationwide?
Look here, I'm not sorry for Nationwide. And the question they with Nationwide will ask, they don't want the Nationwide to ask. No journalists are to make a deal on that. And just you, Steady, Karen, and 411, and Dujan, and the people there. I want a journalist now, you know.
As much as I'm not sorry for Nationwide, what they're doing is wrong. You cannot come you cannot come and try to, and then for the debate commission to even agree to do something like that, that's even more shocking.
You know what, you know? These people in Jamaica don't know what is going on.
That's even more shocking.
They don't know that Mark Golden run off because they want Matalan to control TVJ. There was a man named, the first man was the chairman. There was Gary, and George, something like, no man, Gary or George, something like name. He was there before. Then you have this Mark Golden friend now, we control Zip, my chairman, for Zip and IRFM. I think the man there in some business too. They are the one, the JD, journalist defense, something like that. JDC group.
Mark Golding and the whole of them there, a friend, have a hand. The girl, the ladies, them, we sit on it. They and Jackson Miller and the whole of them, the people we see are from the RJR group. All some people who cheer this, cheer that, cheer man and cheer this. They are the one behind this. I try to take over Jamaica. And Jamaica people don't know. If Mark Golding put the hand on power tomorrow morning, no more election no run in Jamaica.
You know, so the whole of the people who are participating at the debate. You see, when they hear say plan a go on for bar journalists, the whole of them should have refused to go debate.
The whole of them should have refused.
You can't do that in the country. This is bordering dictatorship.
They want it because they want to cut out nationwide.
You know, I'm not fan of nationwide.
They want to cut out nationwide. Why? I was watching the debate the other day. I was watching Jamaica Labour Party keep a press conference, and then one from the Glean, and then some other one them allow them to come question. And when them ask Christopher Tufton and a question them, I'm surprised to see journalists go in a room, and when the government look on them and say any more question, nobody can come up with no more question. Everybody bite their nails, and Christopher Tufton say, "Come on, somebody must have another question, man." Then if you have so much things to ask the government and the government is doing something wrong, and you can't find questions to ask the government because you can't have no facts to ask the government nothing.
Oh my God.
You don't do the journalist work?
I'm take one of call TV, man. How it go on down so by you? Amara, do you have a vote for?
Amara, do you have a vote for? You know where you vote for? Amara, do you have a vote for?
Him look strong down there?
Maraj go on good enough, but I see today, put on him foot more on the ground, I talk to him. Just put on him foot more on the ground, because we don't watch a distraction. He get good crowd, but Maraj go on good, man.
Oh,
him
okay.
Go on good.
Tell him to call over here.
Put on him foot on the ground. Him have to put on him foot on the ground. You understand what I say to you? Because the thing about it, you know, now watch PNP one better nice, you know. 3/4 who used to run in them bad work, you know, and them are just 3/4, just some of them we can't vote, or we can't vote. Treat them, because them run them little money to get people to come from them bad work and with them around up and down. Maraj get a good turnout, you know. Maraj get a very good turnout. You understand me? Because people are seeing a 54 years unbroken, you know, people are winning sitting here, you know. 54 years, and you can't get water in 5 to 10 minutes, you know.
The man who I run against is a man that was
Mark Golding partner.
Bunting and Golden groom him. So the people them down there, if they know are good for them, then go vote for Maraj.
I must spend money like hell.
Well, make us see it go.
Spend money on the ground, forget the voting, because these people don't know. These people only want to get in Garden House. And as long as they get in the Garden House, you guys left behind. Because, you know, it has really speak of Pickles. So Pickles gilded right that thing and said PNP. No, we take care of nobody. More than just who up front yourself. And these people, and all that time, remember that. Put them people in the house with them for there and all about to get them protection and all of that. And Jamaican, these are that Robert McCallum don't even know. You're not getting out money, just near cash now.
The rise of the voters, them at Jamaica.
The rise of, if that PNP is a rise of, you know, it come to mind to the north, what it look like? You ever go to bush and go find one fruit, or one mango, or one melon, or something, or one pumpkin, and everybody see you walk home with this melon or pumpkin or mango. And I say, well, they're pretty, give me that mango. And I say, also, I want to go find on a bush, I want to go find on a bush. Wait, but if you go man cut it, baggage you and kill you. And for the rivals penetrate themselves in the PNP.
The voters, them are for smart. Them need to identify who are the right.
The voters, them don't know. I don't say them the year, but them so busy talking about 128 bank account, because them get the panel lips like some idiot, and we don't ask them, they don't have no facts, because that's what they just sit into your walkway. And you say, what you say? But I correct you with what you say. Look here, from these people have the rise of our fire, blood and fire. Not they are a different Jamaican. You can't reason with them. You can't hold no argument. You can't talk to them. When you see a PNP person come over, give God thanks that him see the news and see the light and drink the water and taste the water. Because these one not, they are like a cow you try to get it off the patch their own injury, and they not take it. Then just a kick and a kick and a kick and a kick. You can't talk to them, not they ignorant.
All right, well.
Then can't stop a whole conversation with you, more than to say it into them. Then just start, you say, I walk with all of you.
Thank you.
What you mean?
Thank you for the information, TV man. Thank you for calling.
Baby.
Yeah.
Keep the show going now, man.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, the voters them at Jamaica for understand say when Mark Gold and them come in and mash down the PNP and buy out and the fraudulent groups and everything that Crystal Tomlinson spoke about. What they did was replace all of the candidate them with the rice people. You see what they do? When Dr. Hall, for example, down at Eastern Westmoreland, I said, man, come out every day across Dayton. What them do? Them go in on these people and take them out from out there because what? Them on a riser. So even the one them who the people them rejected already. The Bunting, the Dayton Campbell, the Ian Hales, great. Got a different place. Risers, them put them in there. So Jamaicans, you must reject these people. Arrest dog, when I'm gonna support them, none better for representatives than them here see on the screen, you know. But let me just say this real quick. You see what happened with Dirty Cup, thank you so much for your membership, my dear. Thank you. You see what happened now with the debate people. Yes, you know, some feel like if a boycott all the debate too. Me not lie. Me da go watch it, you know. Me not bother watch it. Because the debate commission should never team up with anybody to X out any journalists in the country. I don't care if I like them or you don't like them. They should not be doing that. That is wrong on every level. Let me tell you why I say me don't start for nationwide. And Cliff Hughes, I got hear this morning. I mean, I want Cliff Hughes call my name over there. And he not going to do it still because he knows I'm a wassy. I don't want him, you can't tell him say me say this. But why I say me don't start for nationwide? You know, so when Rise United and Bunting them first come after me, I had a conversation with Cliff Hughes, you know. I had a conversation with Cliff Hughes, a lengthy conversation. And I liked the guy. After I spoke with him that first time, I liked him. And I was explaining and telling Cliff Hughes what the problem with me and them. Because suddenly, I became somebody who people started listening to. When I turn on my live on Facebook and start angle them, all who follow me from them time there. When I first turn on my Facebook live, because I never used to go live on them thing there. When I see they ever come live on this. So when I turn on my live on them in 2020, when them come after me, everybody I say, I would a girl there. I want them. And me and Cliff Hughes talk, and me I tell Cliff Hughes what happened. And oh, you know, they were after me and stuff like that. So Cliff Hughes knows that them are demons long time. And for say Bunting could have used fit him money and pay one of them over nationwide to come to hit job on me after that. That's why I don't like them over there. I don't like Cliff Hughes. I don't like none of them over there. Them are wicked. When time me and Cliff Hughes talk, I may show Cliff Hughes say the wickedness a come down upon Jamaica. And not just me alone them a attack. And them attacking me can defend myself. Because you say them not ramp with me. So what Cliff Hughes should have done now was join up with the Patriot them and the Warriors them and go up against them. But no, one of them hungry belly over there take Bunting money and make a forever target. Them take Bunting money because why would they come after me? I don't live in Jamaica. Me I just want to look a black woman on social media. Across PNP. So what make them come take up me? Nationwide say them are mainstream media. Where them come take up me about? I mean I know them from nowhere. I pay them get pay Bunting pay them. For do it. So what is happening now? Oh, me see the PNP then go up on platform, go call up Cliff Hughes them name. Then go call up a journalist them name over there. And when me see all them things, them I don't like them things, them I don't support that. I don't think no politician should go up on any platform, go call up nobody name. Because when you go up there, so you put people life and safety in danger. And when me see them things that happen, and Cliff Hughes them come out and cry foul now, me can't sorry for them. Me cannot sorry for them because them should have see from them time there. what is about to come down, and them should have joined up with the warriors them out here and support the warriors them out here who out here for the right reason and genuine, and stop from think with no belly, because the same people them want to take them money to come off of bloggers and go off of other people. Cliff Hughes are the CEO of the Over Nationwide. They must know how over they are take bunting money. More than one time too. I take bunting money to go after people and do political hit jobs on people. Cliff Hughes must know how over they are do it. Me can't like I swear to God. Me hear people are talk about me fi join up with nation. Join up with which Nationwide? Me a mad man. Let me tell you something. Me not give people 2 chances with me, no. Me not have time for that. For you violate me one time, me done with you. You're dead to me. Yes, it is wrong for the debates commission and them people. Them don't supposed to do that. Because what them are showing now is that they don't acknowledge and recognize and respect Nationwide. That's what they're saying. And to me, to protect our democracy, all of the people them we are going to participate in the debate, they should all decline and make the debate people them know say they are not going to participate in anything where they are targeting and blocking out people who say them are journalists to come and be part of it. That is so wrong. When you start doing that now and you enable that now, who next them going block out? Want to see where I'm going with this? Who next? Who next are they going to be so emboldened to block out as journalists from participating in our debates? That is so wrong. And this is how dictatorship starts. Me not understand. But when you lie with dogs, you're going to rise with flea. Me see they send out one man who look like him handicapped, you know. If you can cuss Cliff Hughes today. And if man talks on sitting. You have Destiny, the LGBT woman from over Switzerland. We come bring them down today. Bring down PNP. Because why? Destiny says she a PNP were there. And Destiny come out and say, yes, me a PNP. And she put on her orange wig and her orange nails and her orange clothes. And she say, yes, me a PNP, but Andrew Holness do a good job. And Andrew Holness me a support. Now the risers them. I say, I'm telling you, say them mentally ill enough. Them got trouble Destiny, a cyber bully her. Or he, me no know, whatever I want to call her, I feel comfortable calling her. It no matter to me. Then go cyber bully and go underneath her page and cuss her. And she come out, call up everybody name who she say a fish. All Isaac Buchanan name get called say him a fish. And some other rest of people. And they bring down what she bring down because them are influencer upon TikTok, you know. People listen to them and follow them, you know. Yes, them are influencer. No matter if you or me think them a transmission or whatever. Them are influencer over there. So when time Destiny go talk, then sitting there and say Mark junk and Mark this and frozen and all them something there. Me not post it over here and I'm not going to post that over here. But I am just saying, these risers, they are so stupid. They're so stupid. Are the first people they me see. Them like to start war with people and they can't fight, you know. Them can't fight. Right? Them go start war with Karen. I don't see how Karen I deal with them. They start war with people and then don't realize, say, when them think them out there, I defend the party or defend the leader. When them go start war with the wrong set of people, them, at the PNP, them going cause to get injured. Right? The war where they say them a come start with all me now. Are the wrong thing that them do, you know? Are the wrong thing that them do. I mean, hear so many people tell them, say, you should have never got trouble that woman there. So them got trouble Destiny now. Because why? She's sharing her opinion. You can't do that. People support who they want to support. If people say they don't want to support who you are support, who the hell are you? To think that you can go cyber bully them. Because all of them want to see come out here. We follow my goal. Them man on a blogger. And don't call them no blogger because them man on a blogger. Bloggers no go around and cyber bully people. Bloggers share them opinion. They help disseminate good information. They help disseminate truth. That's what blogging is. But these people who Mark Golding them have past social media, they're not bloggers. Them is nothing but character assassins and cyber bullies. So when time people come out here and them shag around people and people call them fish and shark and dog and call them pedophile and call them murderer and everything, you leave the people them alone because that is the language alone them understand. So then go around and trouble people and then the people them know say, anybody who know about war, you not argue with them, you know. You just go after their leader. You just go after their representative and bring them down. And then maybe, just maybe, if that representative or that leader have any sense, they will tell them, say, stop from trouble people. Because when you go out, you go cyber bully and trouble the people them. And me, I get it. But they not no sense. Them not no sense. When you notice that even on my chat, they can't come talk. Them not come over here, so. Once a year, 1 and 2 of them will get brave and say something in the chat. And if they talk 1 time, they not talk 2 times. But all of them over here listen. But they would dare talking on my chat. Because any of them talk over here, I'm not going to talk to because I him and them apart. So then come out and cuss Destiny. I say, Destiny a fish and Destiny this and so then Destiny come out contact say the whole of them a fish. And say una fish party. And call up everybody name one fish. Where Destiny say a fish. Now you tell me if them people have sense. From a little and a grow me hear them and say choose your battles wisely. I know anybody you go war with. I know every battle you go take on. Them not understand that. So 15 days before election, Destiny come bust it upon them and tell people say, don't vote for them. Destiny contact say, when Bruce Golding said not in my cabinet, the whole of the rainbow people them go over the PNP. And you can see clearly, the PNP has hired and is paying 2 of the most open, what am I call them now? How am I call them again? Me not even want to use that word after tonight because I'm in a good mood, you know. So I'm not going to use that word there. But 2 of the biggest boy girl them, at them they on social media make trouble with people on their behalf. Me used to call them Doodle Serpent. That's what I call them. And them have on social media, not doing no blogging, you know. Out here just a trouble people, I call up people name, I smear people, I character assassinate people. So, what? I know damn sense. How much you bet me say they no go trouble Destiny again? They no believe in a freedom of speech. They no believe in a freedom of choice. As you talk so, they want come for you. They want cause cyberbully and them stop there. I saw they stay, especially if you're a woman. I saw they stay. And that's why some people, them got to see the worst of me for about 2 years past social media. And I don't care and I don't regret it. Because you can't war with them, the people with no normalcy. You have to deal with them like some dog. And then them will understand. Say, don't trouble you. Only thing say it easy for the out of social media and share your opinion on politics and so. It's not easy. And especially for somebody like me and others who have been out here for a long time doing that. It's not. You have to be one of the crocodile them out here, one of the old veteran, them old dinosaur out here. We would take them on and angle them bad. They sitting in my destiny talk today. Make them go on back with trouble again. I wonder if East Portland here are. Lord God. Destiny say she cry for her LGBT sisters them. When she say them run go over the PNP and the PNP can't legalize them in the country. I don't know what kind of legalization Destiny I talk about. No, you can't have a party where them pay the two biggest shark them on social media for walk and trouble people. And you know that. And you can trouble Destiny and tell Destiny say she a fish. You know so not damn idiot. So Destiny come out and talk up a whole heap of things. So you leader froze and all kind of sit now. Some other thing we not go talk here so. Cause no sense. Walk and look war with all sort of people. And I know say, all you know do a put on a leader and party in a jeopardy. Damn set of idiot you know. Anyway, guys, may I leave it on that note. As a member of the LGBTQ, openly say it's an abomination. That's what Destiny said. Them out order, man. You can't see the people them are share them political views and opinion and I go cyberbully the people. Them not damn out of order. I'm not tired for people angry on bad for that same something there. You not see what phone behavior cause with golden. You know, say a whole heap of people who know out here burning out so if you never walk and cyberbully people, you know. Whole heap of people who know out here are bring down Bunting, Golden, Dayton and all of them when at the Rise United. And because we see, say, uno are some people where we come out here, come do people things because of them people there. Uno cannot in our politics, I'm sorry for telling you. Uno no manners, uno too out of that. Uno and a politician and just some look unscrupulous, some rejected people. Look on the people them follow them. Me not tell you no say them are mad people. See Dancing Rebel talk over TikTok couple of days ago say she go with the JLP because JLP look good. She said when you look over the orange side, it look like it's a bag of mad people. Me say they're not that. Me say where they? I be a mad people a follow PNP. Me never see this yet. Be a mad people. From the bloggers them where they hire, certified mad people. And I can't talk some other thing to you know, I'm going to leave it there, so. I'm going to leave it there. But you should have shame on yourself on the risers. Nobody know if have their opinion. True Destiny come out in our orange and say, me a PNP, but the government do a good job. Couple on it too. Guys, make we talk again. Today, I lost track of the days. Wednesday. I thought when you said the manifesto that come out today. No manifesto not come out today. Yes, man, make a boycott the debate. I mean now boycott the debate for no other reason other than the fact that for the debate people them to join up with the PNP them to block out journalists, I don't believe that's right to do. I think if you give people the go ahead to do that, then we will see it start being used against other people, and that is not democracy to me. God Almighty know. So me not go watch no debate. I may advise you know to go ahead and boycott it as well. Thank you guys for joining the program. Make sure you're sharing the content. Give the video a thumbs up before you go. Take care of yourself out there. Be careful. When you know say the war boat and the warmonger them out there. Don't add none argument and no confrontation with them guys. We have about 14 days left. Have a good night and take care.
Yo, JBU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the Queen of Truth, Natalie.